Steps to take is what we're talking about here on the Professional Eds. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Todd, tax attorney, CPA, and certified financial planner. And what we're talking about steps to take is steps to take to get yourself positioned for that safe and secure retirement. And what the very first step is to take a snapshot of where you actually are and where you want to be. We have to know where you are to begin with. So, a lot of our individuals that we meet with down here at the Cunningham Center have a lot of old investments or investments that they don't really know what they've had them for. And it's amazing. They'll leave an employer 7 years ago and it's still in a 401k. And we ask the question, have you done anything with that? And they said, nope, haven't done anything. I was going to get over to rolling that over and get it directed, but it's basically been stationary there. So no attention. And if we don't pay attention to anything, then we all know that things don't grow as well as they should. Just like flowers, if we don't pay attention, put a little bit of water, put a little fertilizer, put it in the sun, pull it out of the sun. If we don't take some steps, then they're not going to grow. It applies same to your investments. So again, if you're one of those listeners who have multiple 401ks or 403bs and old employers, you have an IRA here, an IRA there, you have a Roth, you might not have a Roth, you have a brokerage account, you've inherited some money, you're getting around, you've been saving money during COVID, and you just don't know where to start. Well, the very first place to start is gather the account statements. That's number one. Number two, when it's all scattered like that, it becomes overwhelming and we don't do anything. I mean, it's basically, it's too much to digest. So therefore we procrastinate and we'd rather go do something fun, not do our paperwork. But again, steps to take to have that safe and secure retirement is you are responsible for your own security in your retirement. It's not Social Security. Social Security is basically going to provide less than 30% of your actual income needs in retirement. That right there is a wake-up call enough for the very first step you need to do is pull the old account statements, pull your other financial account statements, could be your active 401k, and give our office a call at 877-654-9798. That number again, 877-654-9798. If you don't even know what to get together, we'll send you a list of the things we would want to take a look at. And that begins the very first step of cleaning up the cats and dogs that are laying around, and then actually analyze what you're doing within your investments. Now, a lot of people don't understand, for example, like life cycle funds. They say, life cycle 2040 or 2020 is good for me. 2020 is already passed, so therefore it's a majority in cash. So that's not really the case. But the individuals will select this magic number on life cycle funds of 2040, 2045, 2050. We have our own opinion on those. Not best suited for all our clients, that's for sure. But again, it's better than nothing because somebody's, quote, behind the scenes allocating the investments. At least that's going to help you. But again, if you're responsible for your safe and secure retirement, then instead of spending more time planning your vacation, let's spend more time planning your finances, because it's not hard, laborious work. It is just a little bit of work to get things in order and then start managing these things. So again, to have that candid conversation here at the Cunningham Center, do give our office a call at 877-654-9798. That number again, 877-654-9798. Now, a lot of individuals will have a 401k and they are at least contributing a minimum to the max to get the company match. So that's a great start. But how does the dynamic of the money actually go? Well, what we would like to see is make the contribution to the 401k to get the company match. Then we're going to step out, get the contribution to the Roth IRA fully funded, and then step back into the 401k to fill the rest of that bucket up. And then if we have some extra money left over, then we're going to start an after-tax savings account as well. So again, That's where the math comes down. The steps to take is to calculate what you're able to save, and then put that plan in place and make sure that you're taking the right steps for that safe and secure retirement. Now, how do you know if you're saving enough? Well, the only way you can know if you're saving enough is to do a projection out going forward. We figure out what date you want to retire. You got to pick something, right? We don't know exactly. And there's a fallacy that, I'm never going to retire. I'm going to continue to work some sort of part-time job in retirement. Well, unfortunately, about 40% of those individuals are not able to get that part-time retirement job. So therefore, that's sort of a fallacy. Again, 40% of the individuals are not eligible, can't find quality employment, or B, they physically just can't do it. So let's not put that burden on you. So again, we figure out, let's say you're 50 years of age or 55 years of age, and you say, I want to retire at 65. We figure out a number that's going to allow you to that safe and secure retirement based on what you want to spend. And then we back into the number to see how your investments are doing, whether you have enough and whether you're saving enough to make that happen. And again, one of the steps we need to take is to make sure that we analyze the sequence of return risk. And what I mean by that is, well, if you started out a year ago and we were rocking along on December, by March when COVID hit and the world shut down, your investments, your portfolio was off by 30%. So that is the sequence of return risk that we need to address, and that we do at Estate Management Counselors with a program that will do a Monte Carlo analysis, which basically says out of 1,000 random rates of return, what is the probability of success that you will not run out of money? So that's the age of the computer on running that calculation. So what is the probability of sustaining your portfolio? Now, we have a variance between a high value and a low value, and then the median value. So if we get a 70 or 80% probability of success that you will not run out of money through this sequence of return risk, then we're pretty confident that you're okay, because it's not on autopilot, but it's actually being managed. That's what we do as a registered investment advisor. We help our clients manage their portfolios on a fee basis. Again, being a registered investment advisor, we're under a fiduciary duty to always act in the client's best interest. So that's the step you need to take, is to run that analysis to make sure you're on track, make sure things are doing well, and you can address the sequence of return risk. So there's number one. That's a step to take. Number two on the step to take is to actually analyze to make sure that you are having or holding the right investments in the right account. It is profound to me as a CPA, providing tax advice to our clients. We're not one of those that says, you got to go talk to your CPA. Being a CPA, we do provide that to our clients. We sit down, and it's amazing that the individuals will have the wrong assets in the wrong account. It is profound. So therefore, the client actually is overpaying taxes to the Internal Revenue Service when they are not necessary in our wisdom. I mean, it is profound to me, and that's why I'm sort of tongue-tied, because we see it time and time again. And I mean, this is not sub-tiered. This is not self-managed. Some are self-managed, obviously, on their portfolios. It's the 1-800 firms, the ones you see advertised all the time. Excuse me on that. So when we look at that, we just say, okay, how did this investment get here? And they said, well, we bought it and that was recommended by the stockbroker. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Obviously, the stockbroker doesn't understand what a turnover ratio is within a mutual fund, and therefore it's triggering unnecessary tax transactions, especially in an after-tax account. And if you're not paying that money out or using that money, so why are you paying taxes on money you're not using? Makes no fiscal sense to me. So therefore, we need to rearrange some things within that portfolio, within the different investment buckets, to make sure that you're holding the right investment within those accounts. So again, step to take to make sure that that's happening. If you've not had your accounts reviewed by a professional, meaning a registered investment advisor that again has a fiduciary duty to act in your best interest. And now remember, a stockbroker, as being a listener here on the Professional Edge, they only have to provide excuse me, I stutter all the time when I think about this, just a suitable recommendation. It just has to be suitable for you, the client. Well, I'm not sure about you, but I don't like suitable things. I like what is in my best interest. So again, that's another thing for you here as a listener on the Professional Edge. Get to decide whether you want suitable investment advice or do you want the best interest advice. So again, to figure out and make sure that you are taking the steps in the right direction to have that safe and secure retirement, give our office a call at 877-654-9798. That number again, 877-654-9798. Now, the other first step you need to take is go to emcthebundle.com. That is Echo Mary Charlie, thebundle.com. And that is a wonderful first step to take. We guarantee that you will be actually satisfied with everything that we do or your money back. I will ask you, are you okay with where everything is? Are you happy? Do you think you got a great value for your dollar invested? And if the client says no, then you know what? I hand them their check back. But if they say, okay, I'm great, then we all have a wonderful experience. So again, EMC the bundle. It is a combination of your complete estate plan. It is also of your income tax plan, and it is your investment plan as well to make sure you're on track for that safe and secure retirement. So that is definitely a step to take, is emcthebundle.com. That is Echo Mary Charlie thebundle.com. So what's the next step you need to take with your retirement plan? Well, we may have this retirement plan, or we're getting ready to get things set up. We have 2 years before we think we're going to retire. That's fine. That's great. But let's make sure that you're on track on that. So therefore, you're not going to miss a great opportunity. Saved a client north of $80,000 in income tax for this one strategy, being a tax attorney and a CPA. Came in, we looked at the 401k. There's an election that you can make. It's an NUA election. And therefore, we can spin out some dollars on a very tax favorable basis. And the client was very happy. Basically, my services became for free because we saved that $80,000 in income tax. It was a profound thing. And he said, you know what? I talked to one of those 1-800 firms. They were going to help me with my 401k rollover, and this was never addressed to me, never spoken of, but they were going to hurry and help me with my 401k rollover. So think about that. I mean, when would you discover that you could have made or saved $80,000 in income tax? May not have ever known that, but because the client came in, analyzed what was going on a little bit before retirement, that was a strategy, and therefore the client benefited by over $80,000 in income tax savings. Now, is that guaranteed across the board? The answer is no, absolutely not. The circumstances fit the client. The client can make the election and therefore benefit from the tax reduction strategy. Again, being a tax attorney, a CPA, and a registered investment advisor, we understand how these different mechanisms work to be able to make that tax election. Yes, we are licensed to give tax advice. So again, if you're uncertain, or if you want to see the opportunities available to you, give our office a call at 877-654-9798. That number again, 877-654-9798. Again, we can do a Zoom call. We can meet down here at the Cunningham Center, or again, brave the traffic in Atlanta and visit the aquarium while you're up there. How about that? So my name's Todd, tax attorney, CPA, certified financial planner, host here on the Professional Edge. I appreciate your time listening in. Hope you're getting something from this, and we have more coming up.
With today's financial markets, are you getting the personal and professional attention you and your money deserve? Clients of estate management counselors benefit from having one set of professionals advise them on their tax, estate planning, and investment advice. We call that the professional edge. Todd is a tax attorney, CPA, and certified financial planner. With over 15 years' experience, he welcomes the opportunity to assist you in preparing for retirement, implement effective tax planning strategies, and to help you properly plan your estate. His radio show, The Professional Edge, is aired weekly on Sundays at 9 a.m. If you're interested in meeting with Scene, call his office at 877-654-9798. That's 877-654-9798. Do you want to feel more confident about making the right investment, tax, and estate planning decisions? Today, these decisions are more complex than ever. Have you thought about working with a professional advisor and not sure who to turn to? Not sure what qualifies one to be an advisor? Todd is more than qualified as a tax attorney, CPA, and certified financial planner. Scene is with Estate Management Counselors. Estate Management Counselors operates as an independent fee-only investment advisory firm. They're dedicated to gaining a personal understanding of their clients' objectives and implementing professional counsel and advice to achieve those objectives. So take a second to talk with Scene Todd to learn how you can benefit from their multidisciplinary practice where they coordinate their clients' legal, tax, and investment strategies into one comprehensive and integrated plan to enhance and protect their clients' financial security. You can reach estate management counselors and speak with Scene Todd by calling 1-877-654-9798. That's 1-877-654-9798.